Hello everyone, this is Niladri Chaudhary, CEO of Experiential India and Singapore. Today, I am delighted to provide this one unique service called Playground. Now, what is Playground and what are we providing here is what we are going to discuss. So, if you look at the third way of DevOps, the third principle, it talks about continuous experimentation and learning, and practice brings mastery. We need to practice, like if you have seen Jackie Chan movies, how he keeps practicing every day and improve on the skills and techniques. And then only he's able to kill the villain at the end of the movie, right? So we need to practice. So coming from the martial arts, this was taken by Target and they called it dojo in their environment, where people goes to learn things. So in Japanese, dojo means the place of way or the place where people practices. Typically, when Target started off, they had huge place, or they have huge place where everybody comes together and a whole team comes together and learns, be there for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and learn something new. It's a place where you do hypothesis-based experimentation. It's a place where you learn newer technologies. It's a place where you try to solve a business problem. But now, if you see, the pandemic has changed our way of working. I don't see in very near future that we are going to go back to 100% work from office anymore. We will have that share of work from home and work from office. And people are now across the globe, and everybody from their own place should be able to work and learn. So Playground is a service which actually addresses this need of the hour today to have the same facilities like the dojo, to collaborate together, to work together, to have the visibility of the same whiteboards, to be able to work together, to interact with each other, get into a huddle room and do things and use whatever they need to do, work on the same platform. Now that is what Playground is going to provide. And this helps in learning and experimenting from anywhere in the world, as long as you have a good internet connection. So it is a place that is designed to host an immersive learning experience where full stack teams can come to learn modern engineering products using agile, DevOps, DevSecOps, and SRE practices. And this is going to be a pay as you go. So you don't have to invest upfront on capital. How will it help? With Playground, Experiential targets to impart next level of learning to the SRE, DevOps, and DevSecOps practitioners and experts. So this is not like a classroom training or a training on technology. It is about helping you to hypothesize a problem, understand how that has to be implemented using proper DevOps and SRE concepts and agile concepts, and use the tools to actually do it. So the experiential platform provides an opportunity to put all the learnings into experimentation and create new learnings to carve out solutions and creating value as end results. We call this experiential incremental learning. So Experiential has partnered with digital.ai for their products, Cloud Tech Services for them to provide the technical support along with the global experts like Mark Hornbeek and myself as consultants. So we are great minds working together to deliver value to the fraternity. So how will it help? Playground will be useful for any of the following objectives, like hypothesis-based experimentation. You have a problem, you bring it, you solve it. Collaborative experimentation within the team, collaborative experimentation with customer to co-create value. So the customer doesn't know what he wants. That's what Steve Jobs said a long time back. He even went on to say that if Henry Ford had asked his customers what they want in a car, they would have most probably said faster horses. So we need to handhold even the customers, collaborate with them to let them realize and understand what is best for them, and also for us to realize as a service provider what is it that is feasible to be done. and then come to that balance and deliver something. So co-creating that. And that's the reason why we see the concept of hypothesis-based development or experimentation-based development is picking up. So you can start off doing that with this dojo, with this playground. Learn how to implement DevSecOps journey and get better ROI from that. How to bake in security. So you're practicing DevOps, but you want to now start with DevSecOps. What additional that you need to do? You start learning on that. Improve current DevOps implementation and better ROI. So what are the services that we are providing in Playground? Implementation of DevOps to get better ROI, implementation of DevSecOps, implementing value stream management, implementing SRE, and learning not only just the concepts and getting the certifications, but also hands-on implementing the tools from the learnings that you have and solve your business problem.
Hi everyone, let me introduce you to this virtual dojo platform called Playground. As you can see on the screen, Playground will allow you to log in, but this login happens only when the administrator has set up for your team, right? So once you take the subscription, you are going to be able to have your own login and password. So you can see there are multiple, we have created multiple teams, and from each of the team subscriptions, you can have the team. Now, once that team is created, then a mail will come to every member of the team. Now, there can be a member or there can be an organizer. So every team can have one organizer and members. We have kept a restriction keeping in mind the two pizza team, that anything that you are bringing here to learn or do a hypothesis-based experimentation, we can have a team of maximum 8 people. So 8 people max is what a team can come, and each one of you will be getting this kind of a link, and using this link, you can log into the system and start working on it. Now, this is the environment which is being created for you to give you the feel of the actual dojo, where after pandemic, you are not able to really go to the office, sit in that environment, work together, discuss together. So you can see that you are having a team. Say, for example, here there is Sachin Varke and Rishabh Varke as part of my company, and you have the details like the email ID, the mobile number, and you can see that Sachin is the organizer and Rishabh is not the organizer. So he's the team member. So you can have this, be part of this team. And you can log out from there. And we are just going into the environment to show you that as a team member, what you get. So we saw that link in which has come to the email ID. So using that link, you will be able to log in to your system. And this is where the login happens. So once you log in, you come to this place. This is your workplace. This is your dojo. So you can see there is a big meeting room where basically this is the place where you work. This is what you can also call the workspace. Here you have 2 huddle rooms or discussion rooms where you can go and keep moving around. There is a projector room where you can demo your products, you can showcase it, and all of these you can do within the environment itself. So that gives you that feel of being in the office together. You can see that you are here, your name is mentioned here, like here it is Julie. You can also see the green button which shows that you are active, and there are other team members whose names are listed here. Now you can see that you can also add members with this add member button. You can change your status to active or away or invisible or do not disturb. Accordingly, the color of that will change, and others can see, other team members can see that in what status you are in. Even you can search If there is a long list, you want to search a specific name that you can search from within your team. But everything is within part of your team, not, you cannot search anything outside your team. So even if you are coming from an organization which has multiple teams working on different hypothesis-based experimentation, you still cannot interact with each other in that team. Here, as an organizer, you can also add more members as long as it does not exceed the total 8-member count. And here you can see that you have to give the first name, last name, email ID, and the mobile number. Now, every member, as it is created, you will be able to find that that person has also access to the Google Cloud platform, on which you are going to be working in this playground. We are using Google Cloud platform for our cloud platform. You can see that people can be in different places. So you can see that your face color is yellow. So where are you now? You are in the discussion room 2. Now you can move to any other place by just clicking on where you are, right? So you can just be in the workspace, you can be in the discussion room, you can be in the projector room, wherever you want. You can also be inviting others in any of these discussion rooms if you want to have a discussion. So you can see that now you have moved from the discussion room 2 to the main workspace. If you want William Lee to join you, you can always invite him to the room, and you can say which room you want that person to be invited. And once that person is invited, that person gets a notification. Here we are just showing you the notifications. So you can see that William Lee has been requested to come to meeting room, and William Lee has to accept to be able to go to that specific room. And you can just like clicking, you can go to any room that you want. You cannot move anybody else like that. You can move to any room and then invite others into that room. So now how do you have these discussions? Now for that, we are going to use the Google Hangout for the as a collaborative tool to discuss using the audio and video if you want. And you can see that there is the connect. What is this external? The external is that sometimes you may need somebody from outside the team to also be called into the call to showcase something to like your customer or like some expert or somebody who needs to also look at or discuss something with you. Now, in that case, you giving the email and giving also the link to that Google Meet, you are going to be able to call them and they will be in that call and speak to you. So this, even though we are in different parts of the world, we can still connect and interact. We also have the integration with Miro whiteboard, which will allow you to share the whiteboard with the various people with whom you want to share within the team to discuss. So you can share with the Google Hangout, you can share the whiteboard as a presentation, but if you want them to work on it, you need to give access to the whiteboard. So you can see that sitting in different parts of the world, you can actually feel as if you are physically in one place and have that collaboration that is required in a dojo to learn, to share knowledge, to interact with each other, to do a hypothesis-based experimentation. So you can see that you can click on the whiteboard and it will show you take you to a Miro whiteboard, and you can use that Miro whiteboard. If you want somebody to be called, given access, you will get that access, and that person has to accept the invitation to be able to join your Miro workspace. So this way, this particular environment or playground will give you that opportunity to do hypothesis-based experimentation for your own learning. Like, for example, if you are doing DevOps, you want to see how you can do DevSecOps, or if you are doing DevOps, but you want to have better return on investment about DevOps, you will be able to do that. If you want to learn how to implement SRE, you will be able to do that. You want to understand how to implement value stream management and use some tools like digital.ai's product, then you can do that. We will help you to, you come with the problem, we help you to hypothesize that problem, experiment it, learn hands-on how to do that, following the proper processes of DevOps, SRE, Agile, and then you are going to take that back home and implement it on your own. You can also bring your customers here. So instead of investing a lot on your own environments where you want to showcase something which you want to collaboratively decide what is best suited for your customer and what is feasible, you can try that out in this particular environment with a pay-as-you-go model. So you don't have to spend a lot, which helps you in keeping your cost within limits and get the maximum benefit out of it. I think you will be able to have a much fun-filled kind of environment and a great learning through collaboration across the globe, wherever you are, wherever your team is in this playground. If you have any questions, if you are interested about it, connect with us, speak to us, and we will be happy to help you out on how to proceed on this.
So that is what we have with Dojo. This is a unique platform. This is a unique service that is currently provided across the globe, the only one. And if you want to take advantage of that on a pay-as-you-go basis, connect with us, let us discuss and see how it can help you. Thanks, everyone.